Okie dokie, so a lot of people ask me about my camera and what type of camera I'm using, because the video quality, I guess, is spectacular. And I'll show you what kind of camera I'm using now. I used to use this camera on my old videos. This is actually a pretty good HD cam. I still kind of carry it for shows and stuff. But this is the camera that I'm using to make most of my videos. This is the Canon Vixia HF11, and as you see, I've added tons of stuff to it. This is the DM100 microphone, or as I like to call it, the squirrel. And it's a direct bolt-on, so it just slides right in. It records in stereo. It's a shotgun mic, and it's got 3 different settings. So you can see that there's buttons on the back. You can set it up 3 different ways. The camera itself actually has a spectacular mic on it, but I wanted something that basically, if I was recording audio in a club, like bands, like my band, I would pick up everything, and this mic does that. I have a toilet that runs in the back of the house sometimes, and you can hear it when I'm making videos sometimes. You hear the toilet run, which is really weird. But yeah, good microphone. Alright, so I'm going to show you a little footage of what this camera can do. So here's some footage that I shot while I was at the lake. I bought a lens pack which came with these extra lenses, and then this telephoto lens and a wide angle lens, because the camera itself actually films great outside and everything, but in here, which is where I film a lot of my video, this room is actually pretty small that my computers are in, and I needed something that would have a wider angle, so I bought the wide angle lens and popped it on there. I was recording outside earlier, and that's why the hood is on here. This is actually a hood on the end that was like $13. I bought 2 of them. This one is a direct bolt onto the camera, so if I'm not using the lenses, or if I'm using a smaller lens that bolts directly on, I can put this hood on, record outside, and helps with the lighting. But the camera is actually great. The reason I bought this camera is because I wanted something that recorded to SD, and this records to the SDHC cards. It also has a 32 gigabyte internal hard drive, which also is great. And usually I just record to the hard drive and then dump it to the card, and I have more storage space. The battery that comes with it lasts about, it always says it's about an hour. It's actually about 30 minutes fully charged. But they sell batteries, like the extra batteries that will, do whatever. They're expensive as hell. Not really worth it for me because I keep it plugged in most of the time. I don't even use a battery. Got the swiveling head, so your screen, you can see your screen. You can actually do editing on the camera and string frames together and stuff. So you could, if you really want to sit here on this little tiny screen, you can kind of see it's got push buttons here, and you can basically edit on the camera, but it's much easier. I just dump the stuff to the Mac and pull it into either iMovie or Final Cut and go on. It's a lot easier that way. But yeah, this is the camera I use, and it's a great camera for the money. Not really that much considering the quality it does. The only thing about these cameras and any of the cameras that I found so far that record to SD is they don't really work well in low light situations. That's why I have 3 or 4 of these. I had to learn a lot, and I'm still learning about lighting and stuff, because this camera doesn't really work great at all in low light situations. So the less light it has, the worse the picture looks. And I really couldn't afford, to drop $3 grand on a freaking camera. This was my tax money. So this camera was $800, and the lenses were, I got the lenses off eBay for, as a lens pack. It came with the 2 big lenses, which was the wide angle, and this is a telephoto lens, and then it came with some UV lenses for recording outside, and lens cleaners, and blah blah blah. And that whole pack was like $50, so that was definitely worth it. And then the hoods were about, I think this was 12 and this one was 13, so it's not bad. The mic was like 200, so altogether I don't have that much money involved, wrapped up into it. I would like to get a better camera sometime, but for right now, this does great quality. But so that's my camera, and if you have any questions, just ask me.